right. You're not taking one more thing from me. I'll tear your world apart.
I managed to check out Lost Eidolons by Ocean Drive Studios Inc. on PC, and this is a turn-based tactical RPG game where it's set in a medieval time where the king's high priest has told him of his downfall, so now the king has decided to go on a rampage and destroy anyone and anything that questions his leadership. Now this is where you take on the role as Eden as a mercenary soldier whose village is being attacked by the king's men, and he must flee to escape and start a camp. And this will eventually be your base camp where you can interact with your allies as you progress through the game. They did an amazing job graphically within this game, especially after you take your turn and there's a little cutscene of your battle. Even though it was good to watch, it didn't always work out well for me. But the main story cutscenes looked amazing, and the attention to detail of the characters. And this goes hand in hand as well with the voice acting, as sometimes this could be the downfall of so many good games if the characters are not believable. And they've done a good job in this game. And that's just as well because there's plenty of characters you'll meet along the way and they all have a story. So prepared for a lot of text talk as well. And this goes with the background audio as well as the sound effects of the different weapons being used. Now let's get to the core of the game, the turn-based part in the battles. Now Lost Eidolons works on the grid system, so each character has a select amount of moves, and it has its own class, whether it's a hunter, a knight or a wizard, and it has its own unique abilities in strengths or weaknesses. So I found it easy to explore the area first to get a feel of what your enemies are like and their weaknesses and strengths. And before you commence your battle, you can even change the formation to suit the method of attack or defense. Each enemy would be more prone to certain attacks, such as the archers having cloth clothing, making them vulnerable at closer counter attacks, compared to soldiers having metal armour that arrows don't have much effect on. Your wizards will also have abilities to cast elementary spells, whether it's fire, wind, ice, or a heal in a select area. And I love that they've added the ability to undo a few moves, as if you make the wrong one it could be very costly, as I found out the hard way, because if your main character Eden dies then you'll have to restart that battle again. So being able to undo a few moves could be very critical in your attack. Overall I put about 7 hours into Lost Eidolons, and I heard it's about a 55-hour game, so I've only really just feel like I've just touched the surface of this game. It looks like there's plenty of other quests coming up and it does look really interesting, but it's going to take a long time for me to get there. Overall, I did like the cutscenes, the interaction, the gameplay was pretty cool as well, but it does get a bit repetitive after a while and it does come in handy hitting that B button to fast speed things up. But overall, my 7 hours in this game, I did have a good time, so I'm giving Lost Eidolons a 7 out of 10.
Don't fight smarter, fight harder!